appreciate and would like to thank each and every one of my wonderful patrons. Thank you. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry, people. I don't believe it. I'm going to nip off and shoot myself. But don't worry, I'll be quite humane. Shall I start again? Good idea. Right, I said, don't usually do streams on a Sunday. Thought of this at the last minute. I said, hello, Pip. You've been waiting for ages. Good afternoon, Brainless Steel NL. Steve, glad you're here, and I hope it is a treat. Now, Opinion, hello to you. Honestly, I'm kicking myself over that. I even checked before I started, when I played the intro. Yep, mic is off, because you don't want to hear me when I got the intro. So why can't I remember just to switch the darn thing back on again? Not good. So I hope you can all hear me now. Can you hear me now? Glober Chris, how random and lovely. That's just what I told Mrs. Sensible, but she didn't believe me. Hello, Dart. Really? For real this time, muted. I want... I'm here now, you can turn the sound on. Come on, am I back on now? I'm Arctic, I'm honestly not doing it on purpose. It drives me blooming crazy. Is it... Right, hold on. This sound is on now. Yeah. No, Dave Rose, you didn't miss much. Unless you're a lip reader, and then you'll have caught my very witty humour, my total put-downs and proof against the flat earth, my acceptance of a Nobel Prize for flat earthism, anti-flat earthism, and my agreement to, what's her name? I forget her name. Kylie Minogue, that she can move in with me. So, yeah, if you can lip read, you'll have caught all that already. Mr. Unsensible on a Sunday. That's it. Tell me why I don't do Sundays. Now I know. Hello, Brian Pop Robson. Can you teach Taffy to turn off his mic? Yes! Oh, man, is that guy a Dilbury? If anyone remembers, I did a short video about Taffy. This guy is so fail. His debunk of the Apollo moon landings isn't even some sort of wires and things like that in the photographs. It's things like, oh, I can see the image of a pig's face in the regolith, or that rock looks like an Indian totem pole. He's an idiot. Well, he just did a video recently. I'm not even going to bother to try and debunk it because it's so pathetic. But he did a video and it was all about the lunar rover, and it's showing the film from the lunar rover, and then at the end the camera's showing the astronaut. And he said, how can that be? Because there was only one camera, the camera on the astronaut's chest. That's got you. And then he showed a photo of the lunar rover with the astronaut on it, because he was debunking something about, or trying to say there's a diesel engine on it. And in full view, you can see the astronaut, camera on the chest, and in front of him on a pole is mounted a second camera. So he debunked himself on full view on his own video. So I just put that in the comment. And, so I made one comment. He made, I think, 9 replies saying how stupid I was. Hello, Adam L. Pareidolia much. That was a song by Art of Noise, wasn't it? Pareidolia. Or was that Paranoia? I'm not sure. So good afternoon to you. Archangelus Lunae, good afternoon to you. You should be so lucky. Well, Dart, you should be so lucky because she's moving in with me. So I'm afraid you won't be. Kiri, you're laughing. Is that an embarrassed laugh when you realise that you have no chance of me now as Kylie's got there first? I think that's what it might be. Don't you? Right, you can hear me now. Good. Learn to read the side chat when you start. Yeah, but Pip, I do. That's how I found out. But we got at least a 30-second delay. So I'll tell you what, next time I'm going to sit here for 30 seconds until I hear that there's any sound come through or not. Actually, what I should, because I have to mute the stream, because otherwise that feeds back to my desktop and you're going to get it looped back. So it's all a kerfuffle, isn't it? But let's not bicker about who killed who and get on with this. So I hope you've all had a good week. Mine's been a bit crap, really. Some awful shifts at work. And I'm finishing on 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow night. And then I'm off for a fortnight. Yes. And at that point, let's have a little logo appear. Right, mini Mage update. I will be doing an update video sometime soon, next very few days. It won't be saying much. It'll just be a general update. Because starting Tuesday, not tomorrow, day after, October, not September, like I said last time, this Tuesday, 13th, is the start of the possible Mage 2 launch window. So any time from this Tuesday through to a week tomorrow, 2 weeks tomorrow, so 13th to 26th October is Mage launch. So Q and I are now closely watching weather conditions and see. Sorry, Kiri, you can't get me out of your head. I love it. Oh, you'll have to come around and sing to me sometime. I like that. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, Mage 2 will be going up, and I'm so glad because I do want to do the video showing the results. Well, assuming it gets higher than last time, because it's not just, I've done that. I want to rub people like Nathan Oakley's nose in it. He's already, I mentioned about Mage a couple of times in the comments of his live stream. He was popping blood vessels. I was winding him up a little, shall we say. And he just, I don't think he's going to have an explanation for it. So I'm going to look forward to what he does and what Flat Earth in general does. I've got a couple of people coming in. I'm going to bring them in because, as I said, this is a last minute stream. No prep at all. Hello, Chris Durham Music Channel. Good afternoon to you. And Mr. Andrat, Bacon Earth. Kiri Mac is yours, but don't tell Chris, okay? And Scythe Decay, hello. So I'll bring a couple of people in because I've had no prep. And already, I'm getting a bit low on things to say. What was my most recent video? I did the 1 minute debunks. That's been very popular. I'm definitely going to do 1 minute debunkers again as a collection. So anyone who's interested in doing that, just keep that in mind. And, if you have a think, see if you've got any ideas ready for whenever we do it. And Spurs Chemo, his gravity debunk with a scientific citation. Oh, that was sweet. that was so sweet when he showed us all about graph relative density. If you haven't seen that, you've got to see that and learn something about graph relative density. That was a peach. I so enjoyed that. Right, let's see who we've got in here. I'll make sure that I have the desktop sound switched on. Let's switch off the Mage logo, and let's bring them in. So we have Brainless Steel NL and Pi Parrot. Good afternoon to both of you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, and we have sound. I can't believe that.
Yeah, you were going on for like 2 minutes.
I know.
Before you realised.
Do you
And
know what
I
would have
think
been funny?
It's
Would have been funny if no one said anything and I did the entire stream like that.
yeah, I think you would know that people would not be responding to what you were saying.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Well,
hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Stephen Cup-Rees and Joseph Grant, Rob Files. Yes. Good afternoon. Yeah, so I carry on, Brainless.
But I think it's also partly our fault.
Why is that?
Because a lot of us already start by saying no sound. Because
So I don't believe you. You're lying.
to be completely honest, I already put that in a side chat before you were on.
Before I even came on.
But yeah,
Oh, Pip, you're quite quiet. Let me
So,
just try and turn you up a bit. Can you just say something? Very funny, Pip.
Hello.
Yes, that's a little better. I've just turned your volume up. You're very quiet this afternoon. I'm not joking. That's true. I'm not doing an audio joke. I tell you what, I'm falling for this stuff so much that I wouldn't be surprised if I put a comment on someone's video and someone else would reply, "Can you type a bit louder? We can't hear you." Hello, Daryl M. So how are you guys this afternoon? This well, for me, it's almost sunny afternoon.
Well, I'm not usually here on a Sunday afternoon. I'm usually at the bowling, but that's closed. So,
At the what?
the bowling club.
Oh, okay. Bowling. Is that oh, was it crown bowls
Brass.
or whatever they call it?
No, lawn bowls.
Oh, what's
Flat.
crown then?
It's got a big hump in the middle of the green.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
That tends to be more an English thing. Scottish tends to be all flat. Lawn bowls.
What? There's no curve.
No.
So does the bottom of the bowling ball not disappear when it gets further away from you?
Do you know what? I might actually not be quite a good video.
Yes. Do one crown bowls then, so you can show the bottom of the bowl disappearing over the curve.
Oh, I'll have to leave that to someone in England. There's no crown bowls up here.
Isn't
But
there?
that would be a good experiment.
It might be. That'd be fun.
I think about 40 yards or something the bowling green is.
Hey, Kiri
See if
Max
it does it.
suggesting we have a safe word for when I really am muted, so I know that. Oh dear. And what do you mean? Professor says that I prove that chuff nuggets exist. I'm not quite sure how to take that. Oh dear. Well, yeah. Well,
So yes, I'm at a loss because we closed and pubs are all shut and nothing to do. So I thought, what am I going to do with myself? And then I remembered I've got Twitter, so I was on that. That was a bad idea.
Oh dear. Why is it a bad idea?
Oh, it's just depressing half the time.
Oh no.
Oh hi.
Oh hi. How was my accent?
That wasn't too bad.
Hey.
At least you can say och. Quite hard
yeah.
for English people to say och.
Yeah, I didn't say och. Och, I, no. So, have you had a good week though, guys?
Quiet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had a pretty good week. For me, my work just keeps going, so I have.
Yeah, my work is a never-ending thing. I mean, it'd be nice in one way for things to be a little quieter, but then on the other hand, I'm thankful that they never, ever, ever will get quiet. So I've got a safe job. Because, of course, many people are not in that position, that fortunate position.
No, yeah, that's the same for me because I'm an electrician, mainly on farms. Well, food has to keep
but
be
then-
produced. So
Well, then here's a question for you then, Brainless. Mainly on farms, yeah? Electrician on farms.
Yeah.
So, do androids dream of electric sheep?
I don't know. You should ask Slim. But
Well,
I don't
listen, you're
think
the
he's here.
expert. You know, you're the expert. You know, I presume you work on electric sheep. I'll tell you what, this has cheered me up. You know, an afternoon when I really had nothing more to do other than work on a video, and I thought, to be honest, you know, working all night tonight, I'd rather do something a little more relaxing. I want to on here for 10 minutes, peace and quiet when no one can hear me, and then chat to you guys. And I've got a big smile on my face, so thank you.
Well, I saw you were going live, and that kind of put a smile on my face. So
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, you've been nagging me all morning, really, haven't you?
Oh, dear.
I've not been nagging you all
Are,
morning.
are you two having a
I just-
domestic?
She said she was bored, and I said, "Well, I know something you could do, but
Subtle hints of growth.
Oh, right. Is this safe for work or safe for Sundays or not? I shall assume not.
Well, no, Pipplash is not. Pipplash is not safe for work. Definitely not.
Okay. I do want to go on that sometime, Pip. I know you let me know about one recently, but I forget if I was just going to work or was at work. I'm not sure. But
I think
hopefully
you were
I'll...
just going to your work.
Right. I hope to catch one soon. Because I've only
Friday
caught about
evenings, usually
Friday. Well, actually, then there's a chance this next couple of Fridays, because I'm off work. I've got this 2 weeks off. It's going to depend, just in case something else comes up. But that's a good possibility. So please drop me a DM or something, and if I
will
can
do.
do it, then by golly, I will do it if I can. It should be fun.
And then I'll try to behave.
No, I want to see it. Full on Pipplash. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
Adam.
know if you do or not.
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
Oh,
Right,
Kiri Mack
you
said
have
she'll
more.
try and be less drunk next time.
Yeah, she wants to come on next time as well. So
Okay. Oh, the quiet fisherman says it's a Pipplash is a bloody scream. Oh right, yeah, and Brainless. With regard to the electric sheep, Daryl M suggests that you discuss this with a Blade Runner. Okay. You do know what we're talking about, don't you? Brainless.
the electric sheep. No, I don't.
Well, the film Blade Runner was based on a book by Philip K. Dick called "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So really, that whole discussion with you was totally wasted, wasn't it?
A little.
And I thought it was embarrassing being muted. I can see on Discord that Brainless has just gone bright red. Oh dear. So
I went from a green android to a red android.
and joining us this afternoon, this sunny afternoon, live from Sweden, we have Mr. Now Pinion,
Hello, everyone.
who sounds
Okay,
like a
well,
robot.
there's Android?
Sensible.
Robot.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you one of these androids? Do you believe in, dream even of electric sheep now?
I think I missed something while to the
You are
live
roboting.
show. I think
Yeah.
I missed.
Now, I think you're going to need to try reloading or something because you're totally roboting. You sound like a Dalek.
I'm gonna fix it.
Well, just
I'll come back.
before you fix it, can you please say exterminate a few times?
Exterminate.
All right, you go fix it now. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, Sci-fi, I think we do have a robot on now. And Kiri, it is trippy. Sounds like Borg. Yes, we should have got to say resistance is futile. Similar.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, definitely.
You will be assimilated.
Right, he's appeared again in the live waiting room. Hello now, are you just coming back or are you still on your way out? He's dead.
Hello, hello. Oh,
Yeah,
He's dead.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
No, not really. I think you might need an actual reload now.
Okay.
All right. Have fun. Oh dear. Yes, Kiri said someone clip that. This needs to be on the Mr. S soundboard. Someone's got to get that Mr. Now Pinion exterminate. Definitely.
That's actually a pretty good one.
It would be. Now, Maxi Bloke is actually asking a serious question about Mage. Is there a method of testing the balloon, or is it a case of blowing it up with air and checking for holes? Yet you can't test it. It's made of latex and it's very delicate to the extent that you can't touch it with bare skin, because the oils on your skin will cause damage and cause it to fail sooner than it would do. And you'd have to inflate it with quite a lot of gas. And then, I mean, even just with the minimum, you're talking of a balloon that's 1.5 meters across. And unless you're doing it with either helium or hydrogen, ordinary air may not escape through whatever microscopic hole, whereas the hydrogen, or helium may do. So basically, there is no way to pre-test it. It's very rare for it to happen, but it does happen from time to time. I think Q had either only had it happen once or twice, or had only heard of it happening once or twice, but it does happen. So no, I'm afraid not. It's just going to be a case of blow it up and see. There you go. How do you predict what altitude it will blow when Fliff says you can't use math? Well, there's different size and strength balloons, Scythe, for lifting different weights. I think we've got a 1600, so I think it's sort of 1.6 kilogram maximum. So you could inflate it with enough gas to lift that, but then it won't go so high. So we've got a balloon of a certain size. We're not lifting the sort of weight it could lift, so we don't have to put in so much gas. So there's more room and stretchiness for it to expand. Therefore, it gets higher before it's expanded too much. It's all fascinating stuff. Figures are plugged into calculators, and it will tell you your expected height, ascent rate, and once you're near to the day, if you put in your launch position, it connects up with weather forecasting and can even work out the path, which goes up in one direction, then turns the other direction, and so on, and gives you a predicted landing site. It's amazing stuff. General E. Shady's just super chatted $2 Australian. Bit late, but here. Hey, Mr. S. Hydrogen. Lol. What's funny about hydrogen? I know it's a bit explodey, but yeah. 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 So, yes, we would be using hydrogen. Helium being more expensive, slightly less lifty, safer, but it's better to use hydrogen. That's easily obtainable from the environment. Yeah, Brainless Pip. Have you seen? What's his name? What is his name? Oh, that stupid channel who's trying to scrabble a living. Oh, Nathan Oakley. That was it. Have you seen his latest few videos? Even if you've not watched them, but the topic. You think he's got?
No.
No, he's got a look.
No.
I see that now Pinion's just super chatted 50 Swedish kronor saying exterminate, exterminate. That's a funny one, isn't it, Mr. Now Pinion?
I think so. Am I still a robot?
You're about 90% okay. Maybe a little more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nathan Oakley.
Sorry, I was in the kitchen. What was the question? I could barely hear you.
Well, I asked you for a bacon sandwich.
Sorry, it
While
ran
you're
out.
oh dear. Yeah, I know. I was just talking about Nathan Oakley. I'm not expecting anyone to have watched it, but I think his last 14 videos and streams have been about Simon Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that from. I've seen Simon and Dan. He replied to that.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's been about 5 or 6 more responses from Nathan Oakley. I wish I'd seen the original thing. It was only a Twitter comment, something about reference frames, wasn't it? Scythe DK. I did get that link, but I've not watched it so far. Thank you. Yeah, Oakley's blood pressure. Yeah, I have been going onto his streams, not even watching it, but just throwing in a few comments, and you can just imagine the veins in his forehead, pulsing.
So just being a naughty boy.
Yes, yeah. Sort of some sort of creature that lives under a bridge. I'm not really sure. Some sort of troll, maybe. I don't know.
Trip trap.
Yes. I remember reading that when I was a kid and being, quite. Oh gosh, I wonder if they're real.
Scary.
Yeah.
Trolls are real on the internet.
They are indeed. You ever seen that film? It's a small budget film called Troll Hunter. That was quite good, actually.
Familiar.
It was quite good for a low budget film. These two film students, I think, wanted to, or ended up following this guy, and it turned out he hunted trolls in Norway. It was good, isn't it? It was fun. Yeah. Trolls, as in real trolls, giant trolls. It was quite interesting because they apparently live out there in the wild, Does Oakley still think that pee is the elixir of health? Sci-fi, I have no idea. No idea at all. But if anyone wants to send him a bottle, ask him for his address. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, CGI. And where was the other one? Sci-fi DK, talking about that film, Troll Hunter. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. It was a B movie, but it's good fun. It's worth a watch if you got an hour and a half and you don't mind what the film's like. It wasn't bad. It was enjoyable. I think that's on Netflix. I'm sure that's where I watched it. Oh, by the way, just a heads up, everyone. Mr. What the hell's his name? Multi Tom Tom. He was on the stream in the chat about a week and a half ago. And he said he would email me because he will debate me one-on-one on Zoom or similar. He still hasn't emailed me. So still waiting on that. So if anyone comes across Multi-Tom-Tom, please remind him that I am waiting for his email. And
he's the kind of character that would get everyone in. We're all sitting there ready for it, and he just wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
Just for a laugh. Just be careful.
Oh, well, he'll have to come on my stream. The thing is, if he doesn't turn up, he doesn't turn up. It'll be no surprise because I've now been waiting, I think 10 months now for his undebunkable video. He said he would do a video for me that is undebunkable. 10 months I've been waiting now. Yeah.
Yeah, generally Sherry says, don't hold your breath, Mr. Sensible.
No, I won't. And Dart says that he was he last night on EIE making dirty comments in the side chat. He's a naughty boy, isn't he?
Or words to that effect.
It's so much fun seeing someone so stupid. No, not fun for some being stupid, but being so stupid and yet putting themselves out as having so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Dunning-Kruger at its finest. Come on,
Yeah.
Tom, where are you?
Yeah, did you get someone to debate Dunning and Kruger yet?
Well, it is Tom who said that he would debate Dunning-Kruger, and I offered to arrange it for him, but so far he's not taken me up on it because he wants to do Neil deGrasse Tyson first, which is a shame, really, because I could put him in touch with Dunning-Kruger. So come on, Multi-Tom, if you're catching this, let's get that organised. I'm happy to moderate or sit in the background and let another moderator of your choice take over that, and we'll get you and Dunning-Kruger together on a stream, and you can fight it out.
But
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
But isn't it when he's in the stream that Dunning-Kruger is already there?
Well, it could be, because Dunning-Kruger is often around. I think he's probably keeping an eye on Tom. And I see Turtle Move says, sorry I'm late, I can hear Mr. Sensible. Is there something wrong? That's not funny. I think he's making some comment hinting that I don't always get my audio right. That's a bit below the belt, that is.
Yeah,
Mr. Sensible.
because
I'm not sure if
you
I
never do that.
No.
You never mess up your audio.
No. What's that now?
Well, I know that I am probably messing up my audio right now. Am I still roboting?
No,
I'm trying to fix the.
No, I'd say that's
You're
totally
perfect.
totally clear now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. No, I could see people are joking even in my comments about you not being properly audible. I don't know if you saw that the other day on the
What?
1 minute debunking.
No, I didn't see.
Okay. So it's spreading. It's a thing now.
What? As in, Mr. Sensible has audio problems.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Well,
it seems to run in the family.
in the family, why?
Well, Creaky sometimes has the same problem.
Oh, I see. Yeah. But I think his is just down to age. Harry M said, Mr. Sensible, to be honest, sometimes you don't get your audio right. Well, Harry, if I'm being totally honest, there has been a couple of occasions when I could have improved it a little. I'll give you that. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, but not like you've been talking for 2 minutes or something before you noticed it, right?
No, definitely not.
No.
Maybe I should actually do a video and do the whole video with no sound. Actually put it out. Oh, we got a cackler in the background there.
Not me, not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Well, hey, has anyone got any topics you want to discuss? As I said, I've got nothing planned. I'm all ears. Well, you probably can't see him because I've got these. You know what I mean.
All ears and forehead.
Yeah, don't forget to hide the sheep when Creaky is near. Yeah, electric sheep especially brainless. Sorry, Pip?
Requiem says, have you watched the One More Orbit documentary yet?
Do you know what, that sounds familiar? One more orbit. Can someone refresh my memory as to what that is? I'm pretty sure I have, but I can't think.
That was the circumpolar.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because I did some time back. Yes, yeah, because who was it? I've forgotten who the flirt was, saying that no one has ever gone pole to pole. So I put in some stuff about that, and One More Orbit was discussed then. Yes, sorry, it sounded familiar, but I was getting muddled up with something about the moon. Don't know
Did
why.
Where's Wally or something not have something up the other day about it? I don't know if it was a documentary or about the documentary or something.
Okay.
I don't know whether this is a new thing or not. Nobody's talking to us in the side chat now.
No.
Come on, come on.
Pip, we're used to that.
Yeah, don't let Mage 2 land in Wales unless Creaky claims it. Yeah, I can imagine that. He'd grab the cameras, upload the footage and claim it as his, wouldn't he? Although, he probably couldn't right now because he's probably locked down. Nothing to do with Corona, it's just for the safety of the general public. Harry M missed the first 17 minutes. Well, Harry M, I suggest if you're going to watch it again, perhaps jump in at about 14 minutes. Ignore the first 3 minutes of the show. And yes, there is a mini Mage update, but I'm hoping to do a Mage update soon. However, we may be beaten to it because it is the launch window starting Tuesday. So I'll be working a night, so I doubt it'll be the Tuesday because I'll just come off a night. But potentially, from Tuesday onwards, Mage could be flying. So the fact may happen before the update. In which case, there's probably not a lot of point in putting out the update. But we shall see. It's just really it'll be to show Mage rebuilt and discuss a couple of the changes. It would be a very short update if I do it. Yeah. Poor Creaky.
Oh,
Poor
there's
Creaky.
a link. Sorry, there's a link in your general chat for the documentary.
Yeah.
General chat. One More Orbit. Okay, let's grab that. Oh, thanks, Dart, for that. Let's pop that in chat. Actually, Dart, you are you're a mod. You could have popped that in the side chat yourself, man. Come on. Come on. Shape up. Oh, Star Wars or Star Trek? And why is The Expanse excuse me, better than both of them. I did enjoy The Expanse. I enjoy Star Wars and I enjoy Star Trek. I think they're different. I honestly, it's not a case of I don't want to offend Trekkies or don't want to offend Star Wars fans. I do love them both. They're very different. Although I must admit, the latest Star Wars stuff, I'm starting to think they're just churning stuff out for money rather than the story.
Yeah.
But there we go.
But that's Disney.
Star Trek for me, and I only watched the first series of The Expanse. I haven't watched the rest of them.
How many are there of The Expanse? Was there?
Maybe about 3 now, I think.
Right, I'll have to keep an eye out.
Is that on Netflix?
It was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, whether it still is, I don't know. I'm going to check my Netflix. Right now I'm watching, is it Better Than Us? Sort of androids. It looks like it's a Russian-made thing. It's dubbed quite well, actually. It's quite enjoyable. Quite enjoying it.
I think I've watched that.
Yeah, well, I'm only on about episode 3. So far, it's fun. There's only one series. That's the thing that gets me. There's been a couple of things. There was a time travel one. I forgot what that's called now. And I think it's called Travellers. There's either 2 or 3 series. Really enjoyed it. And then it stopped. And did you guys see Jericho? The thing about nuclear war in the States? 2.5 series.
Yep.
And then they just stopped. That was such a shame. I was enjoying that as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not sure if I've watched that. I've watched that all the way. Yeah, that was also a interesting show.
Yeah, it's just something different. General E. Shady says, "Mr. for $2 Australian." Thank you, General. Says, "Mr. Sensible looks like Picard. Just needs an accent. Make it so. Tea, Earl Grey, hot." What? What was that, Pip?
You've already got an English accent. I don't know. You need an accent.
Yeah, I don't have an accent.
Nah.
Someone mentioned Firefly. I know people love it. I've never seen it. Not seen The Mandalorian either. I think is that on? I'm not sure. It's not on Netflix, is
Disney
it?
Plus. No. It's
Okay, we've only got Netflix. June will beat them all, says Daryl M. I hope so. I've got the De Laurentiis June. I've got the Sci-fi Channel's mini-series. I've got all the books. Absolutely love it to bits. I hope that they do it well. Problem is that if you haven't read June, you don't realise how big and complicated a story it is. It's tough to turn it into a movie. It's been tried several times, and of course people don't really get and understand all of it, and so then they stop. Never mind. But
Sif says, "Can you check your waiting room?" He's waiting.
Oh! Thank you. Hello, good afternoon, Sif. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Hello. How's my sound today?
Sounds okay. Volume's okay. It's a little some fuzziness in the background.
Needs more Android, I would say.
Yes, Daryl. I've got all the books as well, and his son's books. I really enjoyed the first 3. With oh gosh, I've forgotten the names of them. But you know the Titans. It was Titans, weren't they? With the brains in the cases and that. Brilliant stuff. Loved it. More space opera than Dune, the original Dune.
Have you talked about Stargate yet?
Stargate. I've seen Stargate. Stargate Atlantis. Really enjoyed Stargate Universe, and once again they stopped that at the end of Series 2 on a cliffhanger.
If you ever think that Star Trek fans are toxic, just look at Robert Picardo. He was in Stargate as well, and he can't wear a Stargate hat because he'll get flamed by all the Star Trek fans.
Have you seen that website where you can pay celebs, TV stars, to do a little video for you? He's on that, isn't he? Cameo, that's it. He's on that, isn't he? Oh no,
and Joe Flanagan is as well.
There's a few, yeah. Because I had to look and I thought, do you know what, that's clever. I'm going to get one of those to do something and I'll use it on my streams, only to find out that despite the fact you have paid them to do a little clip, some of which, to be honest, were a bit ropey, I thought, by some of the actors and that, they retain copyright, so you can't do anything with it.
Did you ever see the Stargate Atlantis episode where Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye are there?
I must have done. I've watched them all, but I can't remember it. It would have been several years ago I saw it.
Yeah, it's one it's one of the last episodes of season 5, but it was pretty funny because to make the McKay character look smarter, they had Bill Nye and Tyson act like total idiots.
Yeah, well, that'll be another bunch of... I find I've got so many box sets to go through that I can't keep up. I do love a good box set. Dr. Osiris has just super chatted 99 of our finest English pennies. Thank you for that. With a smiley face with dollars. I think that's Simon Dan, isn't it? Smiley face, dollars in his eyes. That's Simon Dan. Hey, did you hear the latest? Oh, recently, I've been nominated or declared as one of the top 3 globe Earth fails in the world. Yeah,
Globe Earth fails.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you. But I tell you what, I'm really, really pleased, Pip, because do you know who else is there? There's me, Simon Dan, and Thunderfoot. That is according to Mr. Nathan Oakley. Hey, I commented. I said thank you. I appreciate the nomination and thanks for the views and subs that will come my way because of that. But I'm pleased. That's not bad company to be in, is it?
No, not at all.
No, definitely not.
Very good company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he says you're a fail, then you're probably one of the best.
Or amongst the top 3, according to Mr. Nathan Purple Toy Oakley. Jerry Farmer says, do I think the Flat Earth movement is legitimate grassroots or part of a deliberate misinfo campaign by foreign trolls? I think it's a bunch of mindless idiots, Jerry, who'll be first against the wall when a revolution comes. And actually, I commented that on a comment to someone's video, and someone else called that threatening behaviour, not knowing that that's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy quote.
Mr. S, isn't it weirder that Oakley has a pepper mill, or pepper shaker, whatever you call it, on his bedside table?
I know. I mean, I'm sure that people can think of various things, but people have heard of.
I can understand the whip.
Yeah, people have heard of what you might do, the spanking paddle or a toy or a whip. But I'd be interested. Does anyone know what sort of perversion you can do with a pepper grinder? Is it the grinder itself or is it the ground pepper? I don't know. Interesting, isn't it?
Or maybe both.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just salty wasn't good enough for him, I guess.
No, maybe he has a sneezing fetish.
It could be. But do you know what the difference is between kinky sex and perverted sex?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I like how Pip says, no, go on, tell me. With kinky sex, use a feather. With perverted sex, use the whole chicken.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear.
Mr. S, I actually had a fun little topic. I read a little bit about it because of the flat Earth claim that planes never go to the South Pole.
Sorry, what doesn't go to the South Pole?
Planes.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's why some of them think it isn't real. So do they think that the Tibetan Peninsula is fake as well? Because planes don't fly over there either.
Well, it's true, and I presume not many have landed on the peak of Everest. I've not seen any land. Oh, I've seen a helicopter land in my village, so maybe it is real. Yeah.
Actually, there's actually a couple of reasons why they don't fly over the Tibetan Plateau, and they're similar to why you don't fly over the Antarctic.
Well, just before you tell us, General Shady has just super chatted $2 Australian saying, I can't educate you on a pepper grinder. It's not me that is looking for education on that, General. I believe it's Pop Harrod. So do contact her. Yeah, go on then, tell us about the Tibetan Peninsula.
Yeah, so one reason is the temperature. It often goes below minus 40 degrees Celsius in Tibet and Antarctica. And that's the freezing point of jet fuel.
Right, so now that's interesting because discussions about temperatures come up before. I think when we had, what's his name? Spurs on about the temperature at height. So I wonder, do they have heaters in fuel tanks for aircraft that go up those sort of heights? I have no idea. Never thought about it. And before you or anyone says anything, General Shady's just super chatted again, $2 Australian. Thank you, General. But a cheese grater? Well, where do I start? I'd start by getting hold of some plasters. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. My coffee machine's just decided to switch itself off. I've got a nice coffee machine, a bean to cup machine. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, where were we? We're talking about heaters and fuel in planes. Are there?
I do think that some have, but they can't heat all the fuel at the same time. And if you just have some lumps in the fuel, then you'll have a big problem.
Well, Harry M says the fuel can take those temperatures, and MTV Mike says they have a fuel oil heat exchanger. Turtle Moves, I don't want to know about Oakley's wife. Yeah.
Honestly, if Oakley's wife is the one in that video where he's showing off a girl, she's actually rather pretty.
The only image I've seen, yeah. If that is his wife, image I've seen, I thought she was a nice looking lady. I feel quite sorry for her, but hey, each to their own.
But the jet fuel freezing is only one part of it. There's actually two more that are. One is not that similar, but the other is. So, like, another reason planes don't fly over the Tibetan Peninsula is the elevation. It's 10,000 feet on average. No, sorry, Tibet is 14,000 feet on average. And if you have an explosive decompression in the cabin, the operating procedure is go down to 10,000 feet. And the average elevation in Antarctica is around 7,000, I think.
Right, so it doesn't leave you a lot of room for manoeuvre, does it then?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you would be in the plateau in Tibet if you have to go down to 10,000 because it's 14,000 on average.
So that's not very good. Mr. Nalpini's just super chatted 50 Swedish krona saying, oops, I'm late for a meeting. Thanks for the very short chat. We'll fix my internet for the next one. Have a very sensible Sunday all. Thank you very much now. Appreciate that and look forward to catching you again on another stream. Yeah, Tibet. Now that's somewhere I'd quite like to visit. Loads of places I'd like to visit.
I actually saw it in a video not too long ago, and the video was titled something about why don't planes fly over to the Tibetan Plateau. And I did recognize some of them as like, well, those conditions are the same as Antarctica. Like also, there's not that many airports in Tibet. There's only 2 international ones, but not all of them can actually handle like a big 747. So you can't do an emergency landing, and you can't do that in Antarctica either.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the it's not really a holiday destination, is it? Oh, I'm going for 2 weeks in the sun in Tibet. It's I suppose it's not really a place a lot of people will tend to go for. Oh, Sandy Lloyd Senior says, Mr. Sensible, here's a joke for you. So we look forward to seeing what your joke is, Sandy. And I think Brainless, Sci-fi and Pip and myself will vote on whether it's a funny joke or not. Yeah? What do you reckon, guys?
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm not going to read that out, Sandy.
Uh-oh.
Right. Well, I'm voting no on that one.
No.
Yeah. Actually, Sandy... Although I think Brainless may be voting yes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'll put my vote in the side chat.
I didn't actually notice that, so it's there. Hello, 9 o'clock. Hello, good afternoon to you. Yeah, more discussion about heating system. Yeah, we need to find out more about that. That's the thing.
I have heard in like when watching some of those airplane disaster documentaries that they do have some, but not all of them.
Sorry, what's this? The heating.
So it might be a problem. Like,
yeah,
there is some rating as well for like your plane has to be able to, like, what is it? If you have to fly near Antarctica, I think you have to have a 4-engine plane as well, because of some emergency procedures.
Yeah, there's not many places to safely land, is there? And it will take a while to get any rescue. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be a tasteless joke afternoon, seeing the first half of what Jerry's telling.
Why did the level leave the party?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Jerry, that's disgusting. Listen to that
Look at 9
cackle.
o'clock. Here's one above the answer.
9 o'clock.
I bought some.
Now that's safe for work, that is not.
But in any case, like if flat earthers, I have heard some on MC2 channel like that Keith guys say that the reason they think Antarctica is fake is because no planes go over it. But then the Tibetan Peninsula should also be fake by the same logic.
Yeah, well, they don't do logic, do they? Okay, here is a safe joke. What did the slug say to the snail? Big issue, sir?
That might be a
I
very
don't
British
get that.
joke.
It might be a very British joke, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be British because I don't get it.
Homeless people
Yeah.
sell the big issue.
It's a magazine. It's actually a very good thing.
Well,
What happens is for homeless people to make some money, I think they're given an initial start, a number of magazines, then they sell them, and they can keep the money or or use some of the money to buy more magazines and sell them on the street corners wherever to passers-by. So basically they are doing some honest work and making some money, and it helps everyone out. It's the big issue.
That's
Yeah.
pretty similar in Denmark actually.
Hello, Ian Smith. It's good to see me. It's good to hear me as well, Ian. Oh, don't watch the first few minutes of the stream. It wasn't very good. Hey, Dr. Osiris says he used to sell the big issue. Is that true, Doctor? Is that true? Is that true? Big issue, bless you. I'm not sure if that's a joke now.
Mr. S. If you're bored, you can watch the Nathan Oakley P video. There's some good advice there, like Patricia Steer saying, if you have pink eye, rip urine in your eyes.
Oh, my God.
ouch.
No, I'm not joking. That is what they say in that video.
Yeah, I know. I don't quite understand it. I know that urine is supposed to be sterile, but why the hell? I don't even want to think about it.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, I don't know where I've heard that. It's got to be on YouTube, one of the educational channels, I guess. But it's not completely sterile.
Right.
There's a lot of you.
But even if it-
peddlers that say it's sterile, but it actually.
Even if it is, and there's 100% safe and there's no issues with that, why the hell would you want to? I think we need to get allegedly Dave on here and he can tell us about it. Oh.
And it's also. Go ahead.
Did you know that allegedly Dave alleges that if they can't cure a patient, a doctor will call allegedly Dave to come and pee on somebody? He said that on the old Non Sequitur show.
I remember when I was a kid at school, and there was we were doing history of medicine in one part, and it was talking about medieval doctors, and it was talking about examining urine. It said the colour, the smell, the taste. What? I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor if you have to taste a patient's piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dr. Osiris says that he did sell the big issue. So I think that's a cracking job, and I hope that it helped you at the time. So anyone around the world who's not heard of it, as I said, Big Issue is a magazine that's produced that homeless people can purchase, resell, and keep the profit or reinvest, and it's a way of helping them out. Good cause.
I'm actually wondering, did Denmark copy the idea from you, or did you copy the idea from Denmark?
It's been
Because
going
we have-
here for many years.
You guys all stole it from the Netherlands.
No. I think someone needs to do some research on that.
Yeah. But about the P, also the the thing about jellyfish things that you should pee on it, that's
Yes.
also a myth.
Is
That's
it?
not true.
It's just everyone likes. No, I'm not even going to go there. Not going to go there.
But that's more for streams on Pip's channel.
It's actually fun if you watch that video that I sent to Mr. S. But a couple of them say that they actually got taught this by allegedly Dave, and that Flat Earth opened their mind to this thing.
Oh.
So apparently there's
brains
a
fail
connection between Flat Earth and pee. I don't know why.
Oh my god. Yeah, Flat Earth opens you up for a lot of stupid.
MC Toon actually watched the video on his last stream where he had Lemon Bird on, and I've been talking to him and saying that if I ever come on his stream on camera, I'll make sure to label my coffee cup not piss. just to make sure.
I could tell you an awful story about something like that. Place I worked at. I only worked there for a few months, but there was a guy there who was immensely unpopular. And his mug, you know how if you have a couple of cups of tea, the mug can end up getting stained. Well, I have heard of other people like this. He doesn't wash the cup, and that sort of coating builds up. And apparently, like on a frying pan, it's supposed to improve the flavour. So basically, it never ever got washed. So a couple of these guys one evening took his mug and pissed in it.
Oh.
Swirled it round, tipped it out, and put it back on his desk. £4 tub of celebrations, Pip. Well, I nicked them from the kitchen. I don't know whose they were, but I've just got a few. Yeah. But it's all the Snickers that are left and the Bounties, although I don't mind either of them. But I always end up with those. Everyone else has taken all their favourites.
That pea story actually reminds me of a story my ex read when she was pregnant with our first child. She was on a forum for mothers, basically. And one mother talked about how her husband had been changing their baby's diaper. Apparently, the baby had also been eating chocolate. So, yeah, when he was changing the baby's diaper, he saw some brown stuff on the baby's hands and thought it was the chocolate she had been playing with. So he just ate it, but he found out very quickly it wasn't chocolate.
Oh no.
Right, okay.
Dude, eating chocolate at this moment.
Oh, Neil's mentioning Cadbury's. I went to Cadbury's World. That was great stuff. Someone just pointed out my video's flipped.
Yeah, you are back to front.
How can you tell?
The Snickers was written backwards.
I was going to say, which is my best side? Yeah, when I go on, I was on MC Toon, Zoom. For some reason, that always flips the camera. So I have to unflip it. But now it's still flipped. I'll see if I can... I don't know.
Yeah, don't flip us off. That's rude.
Let's try that. I should be... flip you off. I should be the right way round very shortly. That's weird, though. I just have to remember next time to unflip it. Daryl M, what you don't know. Is that better? Let's have the Snickers test.
Yeah, now you flipped.
Good stuff. Good stuff. My mug was backwards as well.
Oh shoot.
Hey.
By the way, I'm not sure if you read this in the MC Toon chat, but I actually have to thank you for something.
Oh, right. What's that?
So, I've actually been out to the beach here in Denmark and caught the Earth curvature over the sea. The problem was I didn't have a straight edge to compare it to, like in the photograph. So I was thinking about buying like one of those insanely big spirit levels.
Oh yeah,
but they're expensive. But your idea with Mage, with just having a string across the the camera frame is actually it's cheaper and it's a lot easier.
It is. It is.
Oh,
Just spring load it, or taut in some way. But yeah, spring loading, it will always take in any of the tension. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about tying it on two of my lighting tripods, and just
Yeah, but if it's just tied, I don't know that you can be sure that it's straight. Because how can you hold it in tension?
I would just take my spirit level out and just check if it's straight, or I can use the camera. Both my cameras have built-in accelerometers, so they can do 3D 3D leveling.
Okay.
So it's not just left to right level, but also front to back level.
There you go, Pip. There's a message for you in the side chat.
Oh, here, come on.
Oh,
Salvatore, I'm the lady. I'm not the dean or the other guy. And
Lady?
General Shady sent me a message. I have to read this out for you.
wow.
It says,
On the
"A friend-"
Mage.
Sorry, Sif. Sif, hold on a second. Pip's just reading something out.
Okay. From General Lee Shady says, a friend sent a sample mug to China, ordering 10,000 of the same sample. The sample got broken in transit, so the Chinese company sent him 10,000 mugs with the handles broken off.
I think I heard that somewhere. Yeah.
Oh man, that'll be funny. But you'd have to give them 10 out of 10 for accuracy, wouldn't you? But
Yeah, they did. They
Minus-
did too. What was that?
minus several million for common sense. I suppose it could be one of these new fancy modern deconstructed mugs, and you have to put the handle on yourself. Have you seen those meals? Deconstructed meals.
No.
I've seen like fancy baking, there's like a deconstructed.
Well,
living
they
room
actually
pie
serve-
and stuff like that.
They actually serve you the meal, and some of the ingredients you have to do some of the preparation yourself. You know, add the so and so or whatever. But some of them are quite pathetic. There was a photo of deconstructed avocado on toast, and it was just the ingredients really.
Bread and an avocado.
Basically, yeah.
That's just lazy cooking.
I think so.
So-
I think so. Yeah, MDV Mike remembers deconstructed being rage. I think it's just a joke. It's Emperor's New Clothes. Let's think of some fancy name for something stupid and people will buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
Jeff-
I've also seen that in fancy restaurants, like a deconstructed burger.
Yeah,
Where you just have
exactly.
The ingredients of the burger, and then you don't have to put it together. You can just eat it like it is.
Yeah, it's pathetic, really, isn't it? Oh, generally shady, $2 Australian, flat pack mug. I bet there is a flat pack mug. You know, a soft sort of disposable flat pack thing that you can open up, unfold. I'm sure when I was a kid, I read something about like an origami mug you could put together.
Yeah.
But will it hold water?
But licky.
Well, 274727, good afternoon, says deconstructed hamburger is a thing. You could have the ultimate deconstructed hamburger. There's your field of corn, there's your cow, and you finish the rest off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deconstructed hamburger, they'll just walk in a cow.
Oh, and Nine's got a flat pack camping mug. Oh, memory metal mug. Yeah. Nouveau cuisine. Stupid money for hardly any food.
Mr. S. So,
Hello.
hello. For some of us that haven't been following your Mage stuff that much, what cameras are you going to be using?
Right, there's 3 cameras on it. 2 are sort of GoPro copies. One of which will be pointing up at the balloon. So that will show the size of the balloon change. It's a standard sort of not disposable, a standard sort of action camera basically. That's not too expensive. There's another one for the non-experimental size, just so we get a big wide-angle view of everything. Just because, hey, we're up there, let's have a look. But the other one, I think it was a GoPro, the one we actually lost. And I'm not sure of the make of the replacement. I can't think what it is. I don't think it's GoPro, but it's a good quality one. It's 4K narrow angle lens camera, and it cost about £150. So it's not a cheapo action camera. It's a quality one.
Is it the Sony action?
I honestly can't remember because it was Q's camera that got lost. And of course, I've replaced it for him. He chose the camera, and I just coughed up the money. So his camera's replaced, and he gets a new camera, which I'm happy about because he's giving me masses of help. So that's not a problem. But no, I'm sorry, I really can't remember the make. If it springs to mind, I'll let you know. Brainless Still now super chat €5. Thank you, Brainless, saying thank you for breaking the boredom. Now I don't have to ask Pip to go live.
Spelling, dear, spelling.
Oh, get her. No, I'm not going to accept that super chat because I don't agree with the spelling and the grammar's a bit dodgy. What are you like, Pip?
I'm just winding him up. He's going to say something, at least I can speak English. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, that is true, Pip.
Well,
that is true.
You live in an English-speaking country, and you don't have dyslexia, so.
That's what we mean.
But Pip knows I can't take a lot of shit from her.
Well, Brainless, you do realize that English is actually came from Danish and Dutch, right? So we actually made their language.
Oh, come on. Well, how come you can't speak it then?
I can't speak it? Well, I must admit, when I hear some of the Dutch politicians speak English, I bow my head in shame, man. I think, man, you're speaking English for your work. You're representing a country.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Can I just jump?
Get educated.
I want to just jump back again to Mage. Someone's Watto UK said Git up. Yeah, it was a Git up P90 or something. Git P290 or something. I can't remember if that was the original camera that we lost or the one we replaced it with now. I think that was the original camera.
If it was the original, it did get up.
Well, it only got up to about 5.25 kilometres though before it got down again.
Now I gotta remember this is not Piplash, so I'll not make the joke.
I've just been busy on the stream.
It's nice that Pip's kind of quiet.
That's right, I'm muting her. She's probably rabbiting on like crazy.
No,
right,
because she's not on mute. She's always ranting when she muted herself. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Then she gets mad at us, and then she mutes all of us, including herself, and she forgets that she muted herself, and then she keeps screaming. And then, why is nobody responding to me? And after 5 minutes.
A couple more Mage things. Harry M, do you have a temperature sensor on Mage 2? Yes, there is, both temperature and pressure. So that's one of the improvements. And
that will actually be really awesome.
It will. And the mighty,
like most sometimes saying that temperature and pressure the pressure follows the temperature, so you'll be able to disprove that.
It will be interesting stuff, and of course that will smash Spurs, who says the air pressure doesn't change up to 50 miles. But the mighty one suggests the replacement camera should be a P9000.
Heavy.
Well, you do realize that Spurs is like you can easily prove him wrong with that, because if you know at sea level it's 760 millimeters of mercury. Go up 110 meters on a hill, and you've dropped 10 millimeters of mercury. That shows that the pressure does drop, and you won't have that big of a temperature difference with 110 meters.
Absolutely, but I mean, going up in an aeroplane, going down. I mean, there's a couple of places where the road goes down, it goes down really because of the speed. You can notice it better, and your ears pop, and that's just driving along on the road. I mean, this is not something. I mean, flat earthers can dispute all sorts of things, but even Nathan Purpletoy, veins popping in his forehead, Oakley doesn't dispute that there's a gradient. Which then, of course, doesn't sit well with the rest of his bull, but there we go.
But do you know what doesn't make sense with Oakley and his objections to it? He doesn't realize anything below 760 torr or 760 millimeters of mercury, that is a vacuum. It's a partial or weak vacuum, but it's still a vacuum.
It's only a question of degree, isn't it? Because, I mean, space isn't a perfect vacuum.
Oh no! I mean, if you look, I've actually looked at a source. It's actually a British standards thing. Space is between 10 to the negative 6 and 10 to the negative 17 torr. So that 10 to the negative 17 they always use. That's the lowest number. And I do believe that where the ISS is, it's only 10 to the negative 6 torr. So it's not even that perfect.
I really don't know. I couldn't comment on that. What I do know is, assuming Mage goes up to the height we want, we're looking at roughly 1% atmospheric pressure. Because I think the sensor that there is on Mage, is it kilopascals it measures in? I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I'll do it in the unit that it gives, and I'll because the telemetry comes in a spreadsheet, I'll convert it as well to, let's say, percentage atmospheric or something like that, because that'll be interesting.
Yeah, and it's not
Arctic haze. And it's only me that can do that, Arctic.
Tiffany's asking, what is a mage?
What is a mage? A mage is what was it? A magician, or learned person. But it also, sorry,
a male magician.
I don't know.
She's referring to the experiment.
Referring to this.
Mage.
Oh, let's switch off.
Okay, I still call it Mage. I cannot stop calling it
Mage, if you're posh.
Mage.
Right, let's just switch this over. Oh my goodness. Where's my green screen gone? Oh, no, it's still not going to work. Oh dear, oh dear.
And in case you're wondering, the cosmic mage is what's also known as a god.
Well, I'm going to just explain if I can get this sorted. Right, that should be coming through. So no green screen on. Mage, mission above globe Earth. I'm sending up a balloon, a weather balloon, with a payload under it with several cameras. And in front of the experimental camera, there's two taut lines, spring-loaded lines, so that we can compare them with the curve of the Earth that we hope to see. Because up till now, any of these videos from high-altitude weather balloons have tended to be sort of these GoPro cameras, or people have said the image has been distorted in some way. So by having the straight lines in front of a non-distorting camera lens, any curve will be a curve, even though the lines above and below, or in the field of view, are dead straight, thus proving that there is no distortion or CGI added. That's the idea of Mage. So I have got a playlist. Sorry, it was Tiffany Ballard, wasn't it? Was it Tiffany Ballard?
Yeah.
Yes. So Tiffany, I do have a playlist of videos about Mage. Have a look through. There's the first Mage flight. We had a manufacturing fault with a balloon, so it didn't go up anywhere near as high as we'd hoped for. It only went up to 5.25 kilometres. The target height is 39 kilometres, which is about 1% atmospheric pressure. What is that? 20 I've forgotten how many miles now. Is that 23 miles high? Something like that. But we should be able to see the curve of the Earth. What's
By
the
way,
cackling for?
The good thing about your camera keeping an eye on the balloon is also good, because in some other weather balloon tests, flat earthers have said that they explode when they hit the dome.
Yes. Well, it will change from about 1.5 meter diameter to 8.5 or 9 meter diameter when it can no longer take it. And so, sometimes the balloon will rip and tear, and sometimes it will literally explode into lots of little shards, and that can look quite beautiful. It's just going to be luck as to how it actually bursts. And if these balloons do burst because they hit the dome, how come they're at varying heights? Does the dome change? I don't know. Generally Shady, once more, sir, thank you very much. $2 Australian. Mage, majestic announcement of gravity effects. Of course, it does show gravity as well, because when there's no more balloon giving Mage uppity, we then get a shed load of downity. And it will start not so much falling as plummeting at roughly 200 miles per hour towards the Earth until the parachute is able to slow it a little, down to about 11 miles an hour. There you go. Mage in a nutshell.
Plus one more thing. Hydrogen and even helium doesn't reach escape velocity, so it will reach a point where it actually can't go any further, even if the balloon doesn't pump.
Yeah, but you can get floaters where it balances out. There's not enough gas in there to cause the expansion to burst, but it's not enough to lift it higher, so it stays where it is, and it will just stay as a floater.
Yeah, and please don't call them that. That's usually a toilet term.
No, they're floaters.
Yep.
They are floaters. That is what is known as in the HAB community, high altitude ballooning community. They're floaters, I'll have you know. Brian Shannon, $2 US. Too early. Why did the balloon fall? Why did the balloon fall or fail? The first one failed because of a manufacturing fault. So it actually came down with the balloon partially inflated. And that was the problem, because once it landed, there wasn't the weight of the payload pulling on the balloon anymore, other than tethering it to the ground. So the balloon's there, and it's getting blown along, dragging Mage, which smashed Mage and meant we lost a camera. If you talk about why did the balloon fall?
It's because of uppity and downity.
Well, yeah, uppity, downity.
Gravity.
Or of course, as Spurs would honestly explain to us, it's because of relative density. Did you guys see that video?
Yes, that was great.
Grit relative density.
Yes, and he even actually edited so poorly that you could hear him first say gravity.
I know. Okay, you do that. Don't realise you've done it. Play it back once and think, do you know what? I'll just re-record that. It was pathetic, wasn't
That's
it?
not even the worst part about it. He's doing the same mistakes that Kent Hovind does. Like, he verbatim quotes something and it changes something in the quote. So it's so easy to find out what he's changed.
Well, especially as he showed it on the screen. He showed it on the screen and then replaced it with something else. Like, yeah, that's real. And then I won't worry about it now. The second I heard him say relative density, I thought, hold on, I'm going to read that again. And of course, there was a distinct lack of the words relative density in the whole page that was on his screen. And I thought, that's sweet, I've got to do that video.
Yeah, I think density and relative were not even words in the entire thing, not even separate.
MTV Mike.
That's the problem.
MTV Mike, I think you're right. I think I should contact Desert File so he can say relative density, you retard. It's. I wonder if he'd do that, because he's still got his channel going, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's showing most of his animals, like his horses. He has some pretty cute horses, though.
Yeah, I've not looked at his channel other than I did a search and saw it was still there. Can I reverse the polarity of relative density? I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen his debunking videos of the what do they call those perpetual motion machines?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I've not seen any of his stuff.
You need to watch those because like his jokes in those are hilarious.
I shall try and give that a try. Microraptor. I know what you mean, and it wasn't me that's using that word. It was Desert File, and obviously it's a very, very famous clip. I don't use that word.
No.
Him and Mortimer probably have the most used quotes. So Desert File is Gravity, and Mortimer is, of course.
I don't even know that one.
Of course.
Well, what about
That's from
Geronisms?
that's from-
Interesting.
It's good.
Actually,
No.
you know, if you're curious, I can actually find you some old hangouts with Reg Rhetoric and Sean Prophet where they're talking about that test. Because he actually planned the test like 2 years or something before the release of that thing on Netflix. And after he did it, he refused to talk about it. He never wanted to talk about the results.
Yeah, well,
Why?
my problem is I just don't have time for anything. That's why it was so nice the other night to be on MC Toon's channel, because I could actually sort of sit back, just enjoy a chat without having to worry and making sure my sound was perfect.
I'm sorry, your what? Your
My
what?
sound was
I didn't get that. Your what?
yeah. Carry on like that, and I'll mute you. And I might not remember how to
what you do
unmute you.
here. That's what you do here. You don't mind. You don't take care of yourself. Huh?
Oh man, I'm going to kick you guys out in a minute. General E Shady, $2 Australian. I want to see some cool hard logic again. He was awesome.
Yeah, it's so sad. I mean, Cool Hard Logic has always been slow at uploading videos, but when he does upload a video, you can see that he's doing all the calculations, all the actual hard math for people, and make it understandable. So, I mean, his videos always take a long time to make.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure where I'm going to be going with the videos, because Flat Earth, I mentioned it a couple of times, it really does seem as though it's dying. It's just not out there. People like Riley are doing stuff about, the protests against lockdown and stuff like that.
Oh, did you hear about Ranty's new escapades? Ranty wants donations so he can drive around Australia to see if the measurements from the day are correct.
Oh, wow. I mean, I suppose somebody's got to... Oh, what a dimwit.
People
He's
have
just
done it. That's why we
assuming the
have
road will be dead straight from A to B as well.
I
That's...
actually do think they have straight roads in Australia. We don't have any straight roads in Denmark. So.
Straight? What's that?
Actually, there is I've heard there's a reason for it. Like there's a bridge from Denmark to over to Sweden, and some people have asked me if I can use that to see if it curves. But the problem is the road isn't straight because Denmark never built any straight roads.
The mighty ones... Oh, Pip, I don't believe you said that. The mighty one's just asking, did they miss today's screw-up? I was about to say, not yet.
Screw up? No,
Yeah.
there were no screw ups. Nah. Sound was perfect from the beginning.
Hey, Pip, post a message on the side chat. Any message you like. Go on. Go on.
Oh.
Just anything.
Well, I mean, a screw up would be something that only happens once in a while.
Pip.
Baby.
Don't make me green, Mr. Southwood.
Oh, no! Oh, I have the power. Right, let that be a warning to you.
But about the not making straight roads, I kind of get it. If you make like a really long bridge and you make it dead straight, people will start using it as a racetrack.
Or as flat earth proof. You have endless Oakleys and that with salt and TDS meters trying to prove the earth is flat.
To measure the unicorn farts.
Yes, or whatever they are.
it's a lot more simple than that. It's actually because of driver safety.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's been studies made that if you drive on a straight road for long enough, if a sudden turn comes, you actually won't notice it.
Well,
So
more
that's why
than
even our freeways are slightly curved.
More than that, if you think about it, I realised this many years ago, most of our motorways, for various reasons, have long, gentle curves. So, unlike in the States, where you really do get some arrow straight roads going for miles, the advantage with that is you can see far ahead. Well, it doesn't matter so much on a motorway because obviously you've got several lanes, but other roads as well. The advantage is you can see ahead when it's safe for overtaking and things, because they built a road not far from where I lived a few years back, that it wasn't too long, but it was single carriageway each way, and it was dead straight. The number of times people would go for an overtake, especially at night when you've only got headlights coming the other way, and totally misjudge the distance of the oncoming traffic was ridiculous. But if you've got a long, gentle curve, it helps with judging that. Having said that, half of our roads twist like crazy for no apparent reason. Hello, Wally, my sensible friend. Good afternoon to you. Always good to see you, Wally.
Did you find Wally? Nice.
Yeah. Well, there's someone there with a blue spanner saying, "Where's Wally?" Well, Wally, you're welcome to jump in if you have a few minutes.
Oh, he's been cooking. He's always cooking when you ask him into a chat. It's
Oh.
like cookies or something he's making. So I said, "Are you not cooking today?"
I get kind of the same joke in one of the games I play where one of my characters is called Nemo. So what do you think the joke is there?
Yeah, have you found Nemo? After a minute off to bed.
Well,
He's not cooking.
Tiffany, I don't tend to overtake much because the maximum speed my vehicle I drive it at is 50. So overtaking's not generally a problem for me.
Yeah, in the first car I learned to ride in, my
Sorry, you cut out there.
yeah, sorry, my dad's old car, an old Nissan Micra from '85. If you had to overtake somebody, you actually had to plan it like 5 minutes ahead because its acceleration was so slow.
Yeah.
I've had that with the first work van I had. Even on a road where you were allowed to drive 80 kilometers per hour, overtaking a tractor was just dangerous. So at some point, I just stopped doing it.
Well, at one time we had a car that my father-in-law he gave us a car when we had young kids. He decided to change his vehicle and just gave us the old one. It was nothing fancy, and it was nothing that could really go at all. We went down to Cornwall, where you've got a lot of, Devon and Cornwall got a lot of hills and that. Now, okay, you come to a steep hill, you're going to slow down some, or you put down your foot and you start using more fuel. But even dropping it down 1-2 gears, keeping your foot right down, it still kept losing and losing and losing speed. And it was a case of, will we actually get to the top? It was the most underpowered heap of dingo's kidneys I've ever come across. It was utter junk. I don't think he's a driver's driver. I mean, I'm not someone who feels I need to have ridiculously amazing acceleration and top speeds, but there's a difference between a car that can drive and something that couldn't pull the skin off of a rice pudding. And hello, good afternoon to you, my farmer's boy who's joined us.
Good afternoon. What's this doing a live stream at a sensible time of day?
Well, this is actually, but this one's actually been going for 36 hours so far, farmers, and I'm still as fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No. Well, actually, the first 34 and a half hours I didn't have the sound on.
Do you know what? I wouldn't put that past you.
What are you saying?
Knowing some of the technical issues you've had in the past.
I thought you people, especially my friends, all you've done is slag me
No.
off. Yeah.
Give
Pip
me a chance to only just got here.
You should be careful, farmers. Pip already had her moderator status taken away from her, didn't you, Pip?
What did she do to deserve that?
Tails.
Actually, she didn't say.
I can't remember.
She hasn't said anything.
Roast Mr. Sensible.
But it's all right. She
No,
promised.
don't
She promised to make it up to me, didn't you, Pip? So I gave her a mod status back. I'm looking forward to that, Pip.
Don't tell everybody.
Yeah. No, telling everyone's okay. It's filming it. I shouldn't do really.
Okay.
No. Telling everybody's fine. Filming it's fine. It's what you do with said footage afterwards that's the problem.
Yeah, and how much money you can make from it.
Oh dear me.
Sorry, Pip. Sorry.
But Farmer's Boy, I really do hope that Pip did not get any ideas from that mod status getting away for roasting Mr. Sensible.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh.
So how have
We
you?
might have to behave ourselves next Friday, mightn't we?
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
The mighty Quinn knows quality. I don't have as many technical issues as Cats. That's right. This side chat that is appearing down the side. Cats, when he has a live stream, has that side chat. If you have a look, the colours and that are all identical because I told him how to set it up.
He does seem to struggle when a certain Welshman isn't around to help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what,
but he admits that. He admits that.
he does.
Yep,
But-
no, he does. That's
listen,
true.
if
If you hold your hand up,
If you have
He
not
is
done,
smart.
if you have not done a live stream, especially if you've also got stuff from Discord, it's actually fairly complicated to keep things running smoothly. It's okay once you've got it set up like it is now, that's fine. But then if you change, because I want to cut this sound and bring on this video, and that's where mistakes happen, because there's so many things in so many places you need to set up. There we go. So I mean, yeah.
I'm think I'm gonna find that out because I'm thinking of live streaming some gaming.
Without sound, I presume.
Did you not,
No.
did you not see Fighter Flighters last stream where he showed all of his audio channels? He had like 40 audio channels.
He has I forgot what you call it, but a little oh no, it's Creak. I'm not sure now if it's him or Creaky. No, it is him. He's got a device with a touch screen so he can play this and play that video. So he sort of sets it up before the stream. So that sounds really great. Really great.
Brainy Beaver has that too. Brainy Beaver has like a hacked old tablet that he uses like a Stream Deck.
Like a what?
Like a Stream Deck, you know. That
Yes, that's the sort of thing Fight uses. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Creaky also has that.
Yeah. I don't. You might have noticed. I don't.
By
You
the
don't
way,
need that.
No. I don't need
actually
it.
Have something. I have a video idea for you.
Ooh.
You have a debate with your Nathan. If you have a debate with your Nathan Oakley, it would be a much more productive debate than with the YouTube Nathan Oakley.
My Nathan Oakley. Well, you mean the chicken?
Yeah, yeah.
he's got a point.
Yes.
It will be more productive.
And the chicken is going to crap a lot less than YouTube Oakley. Hey, Mitch.
Yes,
Good afternoon.
that's true.
Exactly. Your Oakley only craps out of his butt. The YouTube Oakley craps out of all of his orifices.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Oakley, God.
Good,
Do you know, I would love to. I would love to meet him in a pub or some other ordinary situation, obviously without him recognising me, and see what he's like as a real person. That would be so interesting.
I hope for all of humanity's sake that he's different to
Yeah.
what we see on his YouTube channel. Because if he's the same in real life, then I feel sorry, A, for his wife, and B, for his kids. And C,
Well,
anybody who lives within 30 miles of him.
Yeah.
Not even different. I would hope the opposite of what he is online.
I just can't believe it though. I think he's just naturally a git.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon, Mitch.
Good. It's good morning here in Pittsburgh.
Hey, to
Just-
Pittsburgh.
Just slithered out of bed on a lazy Sunday morning and saw you were live and was very pleasantly surprised.
Oh,
So I
good.
say, good evening, all you.
Well, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. It's lazy Sunday afternoon here, but
Yeah.
I'm working tonight, so
Yeah, we're just getting ready. At about 1 o'clock in the afternoon is when football starts. So today is football day.
Football or football?
Yeah, American football.
Ah, American.
Yeah,
Actually, I must admit, I do
That's
enjoy American football.
Pretend rugby.
That's called hand egg.
It's called what?
That's
Hand egg, yeah.
That's where you watch a bunch of millionaires play with a oblate spheroid leather ball.
Well, I back in the 80s, American football got fairly big, well, comparatively big in the UK to what it had been before, because a certain TV station, Channel 4, started showing it, and then what they did was each year after the Super Bowl, the same two teams would replay here at Wembley, and it's called the American Bowl, and I went across to see that, and that was at the time when William Perry was a player, the refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was quite some time. It was the 90s, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it probably was, but by then, yeah, late 80s into the 90s. But I really enjoyed it. It was good fun. And I was.
Now
I was
actually, there was a World League of American Football for a while, and there was a London team, Frankfurt team. I don't know if they still exist, but now the NFL, or American Football League, actually hosts international games. They played a game in Japan. They played games in London. They were at Wembley again. Of course, not this year.
but it's a bit like the baseball, the World Series. It would be helpful if, when they're running the World Series, they actually invited other countries to take part.
But you see, Americans think America is the world.
I
They
know.
don't understand
Very true.
that there are actually other countries and even other empires out there.
Yeah, because I
Isn't
mean,
it
many
the-
Americans have never even been out of state, have they?
But
Yeah,
hang on,
Mr.
isn't the-
Isabel,
isn't
you have
baseball
a
big
general
in
idea. Sorry.
Isn't baseball pretty big in Korea? They actually have some pretty
It
big
is.
baseball stadiums.
It is. Japan, too.
Yes.
Baseball is just grown men playing rounders.
Yep.
Woo!
But well, aren't all sports just grown men playing games?
Playing with their balls. Oops, did I say that out loud?
You did say that out loud.
But
Not all of them. Esports is becoming more and more popular, and that's actually more. The best esports players are between 16 and 25 or something.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them actually doing that, but I think I have a problem with them calling it sport. Sport does
Yeah.
imply something physical.
I've actually had that discussion before. How do you define a sport? Because esports players, they actually do also do physical training on the side to keep in
Yes.
shape. But
Yeah.
most of them do.
I play a
Ch-
sport, allegedly.
What
I walk
sport
around
is that,
with
Pip?
balls. Balls.
I was going to say, or is it safe? Is it safe for work?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
well, chess is a sport.
Are we working?
And I walk. I
Chess is not a sport. Chess is a great game. It's a wonderful game. Very interesting, very old game, but it's definitely not a sport. I don't believe there's been an Olympic chess team.
well, that was what I was just going to go to. What is a sport? Thinking of the Olympics, when I mean, where there's things where you measure who is the fastest, who can get the highest, and things like that, or lift the heaviest. I can understand those as Olympic things, but when it comes to things like I forgot what it is. You know, when you got the young girls doing the tumbles and the jumps or whatever across what is that called?
Gymnastics?
Gymnastics, yeah. Where someone's saying, that's good, and I'll give you this many points for it. I think that's
Well, it's
pushing
totally
the boundary.
subjective, right?
Exactly.
Totally subjective.
And the same with things
Yeah.
like diving. I mean, I think it's a fantastic thing. It's an amazing thing to look at, but
Hang on a sec. Yeah.
it's nothing you can measure
when-
with a stopwatch or whatever. You know.
There have actually been studies done on like professional sports players and esports players, and the studies actually found that esports players, they are much better at things like multitasking and hand-eye coordination and stuff
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
sure they are, and I'm not knocking it in itself. And as Dr. Osiris says, lots of games take a lot of skill, and absolutely, I'm not denying that. But I just think sport, the definition's getting a little wide now. Because of course the original Olympic Games was all to do with things like the running and the javelin. That it's all military stuff, wasn't it?
When I was a bit younger, I had a mind to find some obscure sport that nobody really knew about, but was an Olympic sport, and some country who was not involved in that sport, and try to talk them into letting me be the representative for their country. Like if I were to go to, I don't know, Ivory Coast and be their Nordic skiing champion or something.
Well, you're talking about Jamaica having a bobsleigh team.
Oh, yeah.
Cracking job.
Cool Runnings.
That seems like too much work.
Yeah, did you ever see that old movie, Cool Runnings, about the bobsleigh team?
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. How about we draw a line on your head and we call it a butt? Hey, Sanka, you're dead, man. That was a brilliant film. Loved it. And this afternoon, we've got Terry in here. Hello, good afternoon to you, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Well, I was muted. I'm
You
here
were.
now.
You are. Your sound is working, Terry. Well done.
Of course it's working.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be working?
I know. There's some doubting Thomases in here, Terry.
Yeah, I know who they'd be too.
Bite my tongue, bite my tongue.
Hi, farmers. Hi, Pete.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hey,
Good.
I never said anything about your sound. I don't know what you're on about. What have I missed?
Actually,
I have no idea.
I was going to ask you, farmers. You've not been around for a while. I was thinking about you the other day. I thought, where's he gone?
There's a very good reason for that. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I had, as a matter of emergency measures, get a job working at a certain Amazon warehouse in Daventry.
Ah, right. Okay.
Which, following on from a phone call I had from an old associate a few days ago, that could well be ending again. But at the moment, I'm doing a Wednesday to Saturday shift, pushing a bloody trolley as a picker at Amazon, and it's knocking 7 shades out of me. So by the time I come home, I'm absolutely bollocksed.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah,
and
life's
then you
got
see
in the
somebody
way.
going live, and you think, I really haven't got the energy, and I've missed half of Pip's Friday night streams because she sends me links, says, "Hey, are you coming?" And it's like, no, not tonight. I can't keep my eyes open. So, yeah, it's sort of buggered everything up for a bit, I'm afraid.
That's all right. As long as you're all okay.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to win. But like I say, you know how you think, oh God, how long is this going to go on for? I had a call from a chap I used to work with a few years back, and he said, "Are you looking for work?" And I said, "Yeah, God, yes." And it turns out he's setting up his own company, doing what we used to do a few years back. And he said, "Do you want to be my designer?" He says, "Unfortunately, because he's Welsh, his company is going to be in Newport." And he said, "How about working from home and driving to Wales one day a week?" And I said, "Phew, that'll do me. Thank you very much." So
Good stuff. Well, I'm glad things are working out. I mean, a lot of people are in very dodgy and precarious situations lately. So I guess that people are thankful for what they can get.
I mean, the problem was that I'd hung on and hung on and hung on all the way through this COVID stuff, and I'd got all sorts of agencies phoning me up. "Oh, I've got this job for you. I've got this job for you. Absolutely, you're the man for the job." Blah blah blah. And a couple of weeks go by, and you never hear from them again, because that seems to be how recruitment agencies work.
That's
They're
right.
all
String you.
keen
They
and
want
eager.
you on their books, don't they?
Yeah, we'll send them your CV, and then you never hear from them again. Well, basically, what they do is, if you don't get the job, they just forget about you. They don't have the common courtesy to either a quick phone call or just drop you an email saying sorry they weren't
I
interested.
know. It's heartless, really, isn't it?
It is. So I had that for months and months, and the money was dwindling away, and I thought, well, I've got to do something. So I bit the bullet, and
Good man. Well, I'm pleased for you, farmers. I really am. Genuinely am. And
so that's why I've not been around much, because I mean, umpteen of your streams, I've seen you go live, and I've just thought, I can't. I just haven't got the bloody energy. And,
do
and,
you know
and
what,
when you're
farmers?
that knackered,
Do you know what, farmers?
you know.
I've thought exactly the same, and I haven't bothered either.
Fair enough.
And my crew Raptors just super chatted 59 Swedish krona, saying, if Monty Python jokes was a sport, Mr. Sensible would win every year. Well, thank you, Micro. Of course, that is a sport. That is definitely a sport.
Yes.
I mean, there's the famous event, Upper Class Twit of the Year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, his father was a banker and his mother won the derby.
Yes.
Have any of you seen that that new sport that's been raging on YouTube, slapping championships?
Slapping?
I've seen
No.
those,
Oh yeah,
No.
Not this, what was it?
there's a lot of Russians in it, and some of them are like big, extremely huge dudes, and they can, like, their slaps are like being hit with a concrete block.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, yeah, I'll give that a pass. Jerry Farmer wants to see pedal boat racing, including the Olympics. It's got to be those little swan pedalos.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Cool. Have you ever had a go in one of those? I took my kids in one of those. Boy, are they knackering. The pedals.
Yeah.
By the way, Mistress, I actually have a question from what you were talking about earlier about how people are in real life. Didn't somebody from your community meet Eskimo in a pub?
No idea. No idea. Not heard anything
I
about
know I've
that.
heard it. So
Kim,
I'm not talking to somebody who's actually met him, and he was apparently just as stupid in real life.
well, change the subject, but Kiri Max says that slapping stuff is brutal. I'm sure it is, Kiri, but do you really think you should be talking about your personal life in the side chat?
No. I mean,
Or maybe you should.
Some of these dudes, they knock out other dudes with a single slap to the head.
I'm sure that Kiri Mac
Not
does
even
as well.
a-
Kiri Mac, if you can
not
DM
even a
me.
fist.
Do they not use fish? Is
I
it
would
not
say
fish
that
slapping?
if it's
Because
NATO.
it should be.
They should stop because they'll create people with brain damage, and then Flat Earth will grow again.
Well, I don't know whether do you recall there was a certain Tango advert when they started
Yes.
doing all these silly Tango adverts, and the little orange guy would come out and would slap somebody either side of their head across their ears.
Yep, you've been
And of course,
tangoed.
people started doing this, and people were getting seriously hurt.
Yeah,
'Cause when
damaging
you
their
slap
ears
somebody
and that.
across both ears at once, it does damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not how they do it. It's just one hand to the side of the head, and they're not allowed to hit the ear. They actually have chalk on their hands so they can see where they hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, General Shady's just super chat $2 Australian saying Terry drives a Holden, so we make allowances. And Kiri Mac says I'm on fire.
That's
Tell me
that
about
sounds
it.
fair.
Oh dear.
Yeah, slapping. I don't know. I know an awful lot more goes on in any good game of rugby union, but that's generally where the referee can't see it happening. But slapping.
Have you never seen the British wife running championships?
Yes,
Where you have to
I have
carry
seen.
your wife on an obstacle course.
I have, yes. And I've realised I've missed a super chat. My apologies, General Shady. I'd love to meet him in a pub or alley. $2 Australian. I'm not sure who that was you want to meet.
That was probably Spurs because
It could
Spurs,
be.
somebody.
I'm just checking back. Oh, right, General Shady again. Listen, General, I'm so sorry I've missed this. There's another one from earlier on, $2 Australian. At your age, Mr. S, horns were mugs. Oh, it's when we were talking about flat pack mugs, yes.
Yeah.
Just having a look back. Oh, General Shady again. He had super chatted saying he couldn't educate me on a pepper grinder, if you recall that. But then said with a second super chat, but a cheese grater. Well, where do I start? Oh, and General Shady. I don't know why I've missed so many of these. General Shady again, $2. We come in peace. Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill. That was Star Trekking by the firm, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
We're all quoting it in the side chat earlier on. We were
Yes.
reverses.
So why didn't I see that? I've read quite a few General Shadys, and there seem to. Yeah, my deepest apology, my deepest apologies, General. I thought I was keeping a good eye on that. I'm sorry?
You can catch every drop in a waterfall.
No, that's true. But
I think it's probably YouTube messing up again because YouTube's streaming stuff is buggy as hell.
it could be. It could be. But, you know, I've been pretty much watching the chat tonight because I'm not having to worry about pulling on any videos or anything, so I don't know how I've missed that. Oh, Mr. Mitch Goldstein. $2 US, thank you, Mitch, saying, we love you, Mr. Sensible. Love you too, Mitch. And to Julie. Is she still in bed?
No, yeah, but yeah, she sleeps till 1:30
Yeah.
on Sundays.
Yeah, Julie, can I have a bit more of the duvet, please? I'm getting cold.
Come on, have a
No problem, Mr. Sensible.
Hey! Oh, man.
I have a question for everybody here. Which
No,
flat
it's your
earther
turn.
would you like? Which flat earther would you like to have a pint with? And you think you could have a good conversation?
Not allegedly Dave.
Dave, no. You took the words right out of my mouth.
That'd have to be in a public place. You know, open, lots of people.
What about Flat Earth RCG's? Apparently he brews his own beer.
Yeah, but would you want to drink it?
No. Look what it's done to him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. He's been on the stream, not for months, but he's been on the stream perhaps about 3 or 4 times, maybe more. He's always been totally pleasant. I've had no problem with Ross.
Ross is all right. He seems okay.
Honestly, you haven't asked him the right questions then, because he hates women and he's racist.
Well, yeah. But we've been talking flat Earth. And Kiri, I didn't see where this link is to a video. Kiri's sending me video clips of her slapping or something. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm still trying to think of who I would know, because I don't think I could be
Who you'd be sociable with? Well,
Definitely not Dell.
maybe we should partner.
Guilty.
Who should we match Pip up with?
Not Dale, please.
Not Tell.
Oh,
Okay.
Then nobody can
Riley.
understand what's happening there.
And Anthony Riley. Oh, it's just natural.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting him in a.
Anybody should be matched up with Mitch from Australia. He never wears a shirt anyway, so you don't have to take off his shirt.
Right, Kiri, I've just found a video. I didn't realise you DM'd me. I suppose it's better to keep it private. Oh.
9
Yeah.
o'clock here says he could get on a level with Bev.
This is quite. Kiri, I won't ask you in public to explain why you're watching videos like this.
Is it a slapping with video?
Yeah. What idiots. Just saw a guy get slapped and then he sort of, oh, my head.
There's
Yeah.
actually big money in it in Russia. Like, it's legit championships in Russia.
Well, it's a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly sounds it.
I figured out which Flurf I would have a drink with.
Who's
I
that?
think I'd go for Mark Sargent.
Really?
He seems.
He actually
bit-
seems like a chill dude. He does seem like
Yeah.
a chill dude when we see interviews with him.
But I think
Yeah.
I'd like to take the opportunity to meet someone like Oakley, as I said, to find out what he's really like.
No, no. They would trigger me too much.
You've all missed a trick. You've all missed a trick. Go and have a drink with Orphan Red.
No thanks.
Well, I would. I might struggle to make eye contact, but hey, whatever.
Well, no,
You'll be thinking of the globe, will you?
I know who we're gonna set Pip up with.
Yeah.
Thank
With
God.
our greatest hero, Ranty.
Mr. S, I sent you a DM on Discord, and it's my view right now. Do you think Flurfs will say something about my view?
That's a nice view. Did you just take that photo today?
Yeah, I just took that on my phone like 5 seconds ago. Corpuscular rays.
Yeah. Well, that sun very definitely is just amongst the clouds, isn't it? There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I reckon it's about 3,000 feet up. Never mind that 3,000 miles.
You
Mr.
know, I actually did
Sensible.
some there was an old JM and Nathan Thompson thing where they said that the gases in the atmosphere, they settle due to their density, and I actually calculated that if the dome is 3,000 miles high, we would be covered in a 2-mile thick layer of CO2, so we would be suffocating.
There's so much stupid amongst that lot. So much.
Mr. Sensible,
Hello.
there's an There's another Dutchman waiting in the live rating.
Oh, is there? Sorry, I was looking at DMs I've just got. Good afternoon, Snark.
Good afternoon, Not just mute the live stream. How are you?
Not so
Good
bad,
afternoon.
thank you. And you?
Oh, excellent. I ran out of gigabytes, but I arranged something. So there I am, wasting some more megabytes and gigabytes and whatnot.
Well, I'm going to interrupt you this very second because I've just had a super chat from General E. Shady, and I would not want to miss that. For $2 Australian, saying, I forgive you. Slightly angry faces. Lol. Support as I can. Thank you, General. And your support has been massive, and I do appreciate it. And honestly, I do apologise because I have been keeping an eye. And when I see a super chat, I sort of pause the chat, and then as soon as I can comfortably interrupt, I'll read it out. So I really don't know how I missed not just one, but about 3 of your super chats. I feel terrible. Yes. Jerry Farmer says Orphan Red isn't amazingly pretty, but she has other assets.
Yes.
She's got huge tracts of land.
Tracts of land.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Beat you to it again.
Land? What have we got land for? Live in a bloody swamp.
MDV Mike wants Patricia Sears sounds she'd be nice to talk to, but I don't know if you can find her at the moment.
Patricia Sears, yes.
Hasn't she a bit lost somewhere? I don't know where she is.
Yeah.
Well,
I think she's left the whole flat earth thing, considering how she was treated.
Yes.
No, do you know why? Do you know
Yes.
what happened?
Yes.
She accused.
Well, hold on. Hold on a second. So I don't think we should discuss it on here. I know that some of it is in public, but I don't want to get involved in all this stuff about this person, that person, and so on.
Oh,
If anyone wants to know, I'm sure they can dig around on YouTube and find it. But basically, yes, she was treated badly and left.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, by Subarats, right?
Yeah, that was some. Let's just say he made like a video saying she was a man and stuff like that.
It's
And that
not
was the
pleasant.
reason for
Yeah,
that.
but look, can we just leave it? Because you know,
Yeah.
I very much
You can
don't
still
get
go to
involved
the
in
point of
anything
saying-
personal like that, because things like that happen all over from time to time, and yeah, I mean the only
Then
people who
everybody-
really know
everyone
are the
off
people
it.
who are directly involved, and leave it at that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
Kiri.
don't get that.
If you want people to get on another subject.
Yeah, I don't understand that there are women in that community with so many woman haters in that community, if you can call it a community.
Yeah.
I actually had a chat with somebody on a live stream the other day, speaking about why JM, because JM he has that hat on, that Jewish hat.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a lot of people that are anti-Semitic in the flat Earth community as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But JM,
That's well known.
but JM isn't Jewish according to himself.
Well, I think JM is out of it because he got his ass whooped so badly. The last time was on Fight Stream, wasn't it?
I know he had a falling out with Bob from Globebusters as well. He talked about that on Team's channel some time ago, I think. So that's why he's out. Like he isn't friends with any of them anymore.
Yeah, but it doesn't help when he didn't get his ass whooped. He whooped his own ass. Yeah, he's the only man I know who so comprehensively kicked his own backside, you know, and so publicly as well. I mean, how anybody could still show their face after all that, I would be amazed.
Actually, what showed the flat Earth community's true colors was once in a debate he had with Team Skeptic and Fight the Flat Earth, and he got a call from Bob from Globebusters telling him to stop doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I wish he did some more stuff because it's good material.
You can't pan 9 miles was like the best quote ever.
What was that?
That oh yes, you can't pan 9 miles. Yeah.
Pan. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he thought
Was it
that
the,
the Reds had filmed the rocket taking off and
And a
landing
20-second
in exactly
delay
the
or
same
whatever.
place, and why doesn't it look the same? Well, because the launch pad and the landing pad are 9 miles apart, and he said you can't pan 9 miles. Really, you can pan a full 360 degrees if you really want to, and that really cover some mileage. It's just that was
funny how people. It's actually funny how flat earthers don't know how cameras work, because a few years ago, Spurs Schemo, I think it was, he also said that zooming in is the same as physically moving closer to something.
Well, they should remember that clip from Jaws when Chief Brody, when they do that zoom in, but the back. Do you know what I mean? I forgot
the dolly zoom. It's a
dolly.
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant, that effect.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was sort of one of the first
uses of it,
main
wasn't it?
uses of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what made
like
it famous.
Else. And then when somebody does it, it's like, hey, we can do that too. I mean, just look at the special effects they used in The Matrix. And then it was done to death everywhere else.
The the cheap horror film done just on a camera. What was that? The Blair Witch Project.
Yes,
that was brilliant. Doing it that suited it perfectly. But then everyone was doing it.
Mr. Rest, just a question. Like, how old are you? Because I'm 35, and I remember at my school people talking about the Blair Witch Project. Everyone thought it was real.
Really?
Well, I'm a little younger than you. I heard about it from. Right, Pip.
I've got something in my throat.
Sorry about that.
Pip. Remove moderator. There you go. Oh, she's gone quiet now, haven't you, Pip? Hello? Hello, everybody. What is this? What's happening? Am I still getting sound? Oh, she's gone quiet now. Hello, in the Discord. Oh dear. I seem to have lost everyone. Is it because I unmodded Pip? Everyone's gone mute, Pip, not just you. I'm not sure what's happened here. Hello, everybody. No. Yeah, my sound dropped out on Discord for some reason.
Are we back?
Yes, you're back. I'm not sure what happened. Then Discord dropped out.
Yeah, remember when you were saying before how great technology is and how flawlessly it works?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I work flawlessly, Mitch. Unfortunately, the tech doesn't.
But yeah, we'll go with that. That's not bad.
But that was really weird. I was talking and you lot suddenly went quiet. But I don't know if you were trying to talk, but it wasn't lighting up. I basically was getting no feed from any of you.
Yeah, everything had gone, and my connection went from 81 milliseconds to 5,000. So basically, Discord just...
You were nearly as slow as Multi TomTom then.
Yeah.
Nobody. No.
Do you know, I did one of his videos once, and if you've ever seen an original TomTom video, you'll notice he has rather large gaps in his speech. So it was so bad, I cut out. I actually took the length of his video and then snipped out the gaps. And I think it was about an 8-minute video, and I snipped out 2.25 minutes without losing any content whatsoever.
He's like a weird amalgamation of Christopher Walken and William Shatner, but then slowed down even more because, as you know, both of them like to have gaps.
I've never noticed it so much with Walken, but yeah, certainly Captain Kirk.
Christopher Walken's famous for it.
And not some form of mental retardation. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I think they're doing it for like you say, dramatic pauses, whereas Multi TomTom is
doing
natural pauses.
He's trying to think of what the next word is in his sentence.
Well, it's just like a Phuket word. He has many unnatural pauses, and I think you could speed him up by a factor of 2 by getting out the unnatural pauses.
Well, of course, if you're mad enough to watch a Multi TomTom video, just increase the speed.
Oh yeah,
and then it's almost watchable. Almost.
If I'm ever foolish enough to watch one of his videos, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah. Increase the speed, increase the playback. Yeah, put it to 2 times or something, and maybe even a bit faster.
But
of course, if you make it really fast, it adds to the comedy value.
Well, I watched a Phuket word video the other day. It was about a 20-minute video, and I realised at the end he hadn't really said anything.
Anything? No.
Yeah. So there was nothing to debunk. There was nothing.
No,
But do Fleurs ever say anything?
Well, I think it's actually a developing pattern now that an awful lot of them have stopped making claims. They're just making observations. Well, I'm just putting it out there, for somebody to discuss. Because as soon as you make a claim, particularly a positive claim, you have to be able to back it up.
Well,
it's a lot easier not to make a claim in the first place.
Well,
you haven't got anything to back up.
The last one I'm aware of that Riley made was his sunrises and sunsets and Doppler shift.
Oh, the red shift.
Red shift. Yeah. That's the last one. And how long ago was that? That's got to be getting on for 2 months ago.
At least, yeah.
I've got a question about Riley. Somebody sent me an idea for a song, and that's about Riley, who literally took a leak on a live stream. Anybody knows where that was?
It was in the bottle.
Yeah, well, what stream was it on? Where could I find that snippet?
Oh.
Well, it might be a perverted interest or whatever, but I want to make a song about that, and then I'll link it in the stream, pun intended.
Yes. Well,
that was ages ago.
It was a while back.
I bet it's still on his channel, though.
Oh, it's bound to be, but you're not going to want to sit for all that to find it.
You can't troll through that. That's impossible.
No. Well, Inciter says...
I've got a sound bite of somebody doing something that sounds very similar to that, what Riley did.
Yeah, but it's like after that, I have been told, it was after that team started calling him Leaky Warrior. And I never got the reference, because I didn't see that.
I think there were even comments in the side chat at the time about what he was doing. But just going back a bit, Inciter's just posted a message saying flat earthers can make an undebunkable video by not saying anything useful. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah. Well put. Leaking Warrior. Yep, that's it.
Having a Riley.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if anybody knows that and's got an idea what it is, leave a comment, whatever, on one of my videos. So then I know what it is. Please.
I'll tell you, you should perhaps drop a message to Fight the Flat Earth. I bet, or team. I bet one of them would have a link to it. And Watto, yes, he had a stream on his stream.
Yeah, it's somebody said make a video and do it about Let It Be and change the lyrics to Let It P and well, okay.
Oh dear.
Or let him wee or whatever. So well, that's possible, but I first have a few other projects to do. But after that, I'm much inclined to do that.
And why not?
Yeah. It's like I got at least 4 more songs lined up.
Yeah, well, we need more material from the flat Earth community. Because I'm not sure what else we could be looking at. What else is there? QAnon. Yes, Mitch.
How about the Sensible Prize?
A sensible prize.
Right now, James Randi.
Oh yes.
Okay, he had the Randi Prize. In the 80s, it was $10,000. And he said he would give $10,000 to anyone who could demonstrate, in a scientific setting, demonstrate any paranormal activity whatsoever. That went unclaimed. It eventually became a $100,000 prize. Now it's a $1 million prize.
A million,
the prize
a million,
keeps going
exactly.
up. So I think maybe we should have the sensible prize and challenge flat earthers and put them on their defense and say, hey, you want the money? You show me how you can have lunar eclipses and solar eclipses that are predictable on a flat earth, and we'll give you, the money would never be safer. All we have to do is find someone to insure the liability, which we should have no trouble doing, and we could offer a $50,000 sensible prize to anyone who can prove anything on flat earth. That'll get him out of the woodwork.
With $1 million.
Well, Riley, of course, did the bet the other way, didn't he? Saying about the being an eclipse every single month, and then when it was,
he was so confident.
Then it was shown, and he moved the goalposts and that, and never paid up.
And what flat earthers still understand is that there is a lunar eclipse all the time, every moment of every day. It's just that the penumbra and the umbra of that eclipse are off in outer space. They don't land on the Earth.
Well, Mitch, it's just called shadow.
Right.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
an eclipse when the shadow falls on something that we can notice.
And as Scythe says in the chat, there's, of course, annular eclipses as well.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I mentioned umbra penumbra in my latest song, right? Because the QE can't say umbra or penumbra. He always has to
It's umbra
amalgamate
penumbra.
it into one word, umbra penumbra.
Yep, definitely.
Abracadabra.
Ah,
Well,
General
yeah,
E.
There you
Shady.
go.
We have a big
a
thing
super
today.
chat.
We're actually voting today, which is very, very important.
Oh,
So
good
I'm
for
gonna
you,
jump
Nick.
off and say farewell. We're going to take care of our votes and get ready for the football game, bud.
Excellent. Well,
Let's
listen,
play.
enjoy the
Generally
football.
shady.
Get those votes in, guys. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's critical. Voting is critical, isn't it? And,
It is.
And I just don't want to forget this super chat from General Shady for $5 Australian saying, I keep offering 500k for one picture of Flatardia or 3 actual scientists who support Flatardia. Never had a reply, not one. But we were talking
Money
about...
could never be safer.
Yeah, well, I said the other day, I think I shall quickly train up to become a scientist. I will declare that the Earth is flat, and I'll be up for 1/3 of that 500k.
Oh, and don't forget the E in his name. He's generally shady.
Generally shady.
Usually he's not, but he is
Sometimes.
generally shady.
Sometimes shady.
He might insist on that.
He
Is
might.
that the same as brotherly love?
It might be.
Remember Kenny Everett? Remember
Okay,
Kenny
well,
Everett?
the pub quiz question would be which city is called the city of brotherly love?
Philadelphia.
That's the one. You
Yeah.
win. Well
All
done.
right,
Well done.
everybody, toodaloo.
Take care,
Everybody,
Mitch.
Watch out for that angular compression, guys. Watch out for that angular compression. That'll get you every time.
Just like Riley. Toodaloo.
All right,
Ah,
take care.
okay. Bye-bye, Mitch. Bye, Julie.
Bye bye.
Wow. Guys, it's just gone
Yeah.
4 o'clock, so I think I've been going for just over 2 hours. I'm going to have to think about trying to get a couple hours sleep before tonight's night shift. And Tiffany Ballard, I'm in the UK, not Oz. Not
No.
Oz.
He's most definitely not in Australia.
Because I'd be upside down on the screen, you silly person. I thought that's obvious.
You son of a silly person.
You son of a
Very
silly
nice.
person. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is your name not Brian?
But I'm Brian. I'm Brian, and so's my wife.
Yes.
Oh, now we all know the name of Mrs. Sensible. Sheila.
No, it's Brian.
She's a good Sheila, Bruce, not at all. Stack up.
I think we've overdone it on the sherry. Do you remember that advert?
No.
Sherry.
You don't remember that? It was a guy.
It's
a couple
ringing
of,
a vague bell, but
these guys were loading up the back of an ute, back of a pickup truck with beers, and then they put on a couple of bottles of sherry for the ladies, and the suspension collapses. I think we've overdone it on the sherry.
That's right. There's about 50 crates of beer, and
Yes.
they put 2 bottles of sherry on, and there's a straw that breaks the camel's back. Yes, I remember it now. Yeah, we've overdone it on the sherry, guys.
Oh man!
Outstanding.
Right, just gonna have a quick check, just in case I've missed any super chats, which I do not want to do.
I don't.
No, we're good.
No, I don't think I
think
have.
General Shady was the last one.
Yes.
Generally.
So, what I will say is I have had a new patron today who I have added to the patrons shout out. I'll quickly play that now. I share to thank each of them. Thank you. Oh, my PC. Oh, what's happening? My PC's locked. I don't know if anyone can hear me or not. Can anyone hear me? My PC locked. Yeah. Yeah, so good. Right. Well, the new patron Trace is on that shout. I've added them to the outro, but it was still rendering while I went live, so they won't appear on the outro today. So I'm sorry about that. So welcome to my newest patron, Trace. Appreciate it. Guys, listen, thank you very much for joining me. It's just a Sunday afternoon. Let's see what we're going to talk about type of thing. It's been fun as ever. I'm back. Yes. Yeah, Glober Chris, that was not my fault that the sound failed. My PC just locked. I'm literally pressed the button and nothing happened. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Okay. Right, who's that? I'm going to kick them off. Guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. It's been fun. So I'm going to drop you all in the live waiting room and I'll say a quick goodbye to you in a minute. Okay, so thank you, Farmer's Boy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brainless Steel.
Thank you.
And Pipe Parrot.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you in a minute. And Terry, good day to you.
G'day, mate.
Good day. You take care. And the Snark. Thank you for joining me, Snark.
Always a pleasure.
It is indeed, likewise. So, everybody, thanks for this impromptu stream today. Really enjoyed it, as I always do. And I'm going to say thank you very much. Good night and stay sensible. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is for you. Stay sensible.